Well, good evening, everybody. I hope you're all doing okay. And I just dropped my glasses. Okay, anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everything's going okay with all this whole Chinese disease that's going on around the world. So, you guys go ahead and comment. Let me know if you hear me loud and clear, just to make sure. And while I'm making sure, let's see who else here. We got Anonymous Biker, Fifth Wheeling Good and Fixin', JC Cycles, Kenneth Wise, Natalie Thomas, Ozark Riders, Old Spice is here, Deluxe Chimp is here, and probably several others, which is Dry Minnow. And Dry Minnow, I know what you're talking about. That boat you thought that you saw is a kayak that's in my trailer, which I like to go fishing in every once in a while. So, and Mark Blake, let's see, Mark Ford is here, Robert Belote is here, Dre Escamilla is here. I hope I said that right. Gerald Sommer is here. There is a lot of you guys here. So cool. And Chad Wyckoff says, I am loud and clear. And Trip is here. Hey, what's up, Trip? What's going on? And what's up, everybody? Okay. Hey, guys, check it out. So I know this is a little bit of a last minute thing. Usually I make an announcement. I even said the last live stream that I was going to do live streams every last Friday of the month. Hence, right now it's Sunday. So I guess I can't be consistent with everything I say and think I'm going to do, but I try the best I can. So, but thank you guys for hanging in there. Hey, what's up, Angel Huertas? And Kid Moto. Hey, what's up, Kid, man? Anyway, and Lulu Mozart is here. What's up, man? Good to see you guys. Man, you guys are just piling in. This is pretty cool. So while at the moment I can't seem to keep up with the comments because they're just piling in, and you guys just keep commenting. That's cool. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I'm going to do. Okay, as you can tell by the title, this is going to be I'm going to open up some mail. I've been sitting on some mail for a while. Didn't want to incorporate this mail into videos, and it just got to be so much mail. Well, not a whole lot of mail. Anyway, nevertheless, I'm just going to go ahead and open up about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pieces of mail that I've got laying right here from some of you guys. Okay, so and I appreciate you guys, each and every one of you guys who comment, those of you who have liked on the videos, those of you who have subscribed and stuff like that. And the fact that you would go to the trouble to send me anything in the mail, which really just baffles the stew out of me. Because I promise you, if you knew me like I know me, you wouldn't have nothing to do with me. But I guess we are all our own worst critics anyway. So without any further ado, I'm going to open up the first piece of mail, which happens to be from, oh, excuse me. As I said, I am in my 40s, you know. Okay. Happens to be from the theChestnutMtnTinman from Chestnut Mountain, Georgia. And let's see what he's got right here. Got a dull letter opener here. And there's a guy named Redwood Rider who sent me a letter opener. And Redwood, I'm not using your letter opener at the moment because I don't know what I did with it. And I'm sorry, I'm going to admit that right now. So when I find it, the next time I do this, I'm going to use it. Okay. Hey, what's up, Scouts? And Rich and Jamin and Fernando and so many other names. Anyway, got a little letter right here. Oh my goodness, he sent me a whole bunch of sticker paraphernalia. Let's see. Chestnut Mountain Tin Man. Here is his sticker. And he also sent me Tail of the Dragon picture of him too. Check it out. Oh, and by the way, every one of you guys who are content creators who sent me stuff, all of you guys and those of you who are listening, I'm putting every one of your links down below in the description. So those of you who have not checked these guys out, you can go and click on those links in the description and check these guys out. They're putting out pretty good content. So what did Chestnut Rider Tin Man say? He says, Saddle Tramp, hey, glad that I found your channel. It looks looks like some interesting stuff. I'm going to have to get in there, and and watch them. I'm sorry. Sorry, Tin Man. Just like you botched up my name, I guess I'm botching up your handwriting. I'm now following your YouTube. Thank you so much, Tin Man. Thanks for the sticker swap. Oh, yeah, I sent him some stickers, by the way. I've sent my original stickers square and my new ones that are round. Cool. And ride safe, my friend, Ron. Ron DIC. Oh yeah, he sent his Instagram name, theChestnutMtnTinman, and that's pretty cool. He even got some cool little pictures on his letter and stuff. Okay, well, thank you so much, Tin Man. That is really cool. I appreciate you reaching out to me on Instagram, and now that we've made each other's acquaintance on YouTube, I look forward to seeing more of your stuff. And you guys go check out Chestnut Tinman Mountain, if I said that right, down in the description below, and give him a like and a subscribe. Yeah, I think he's a new guy. He may not be a new guy. I don't know. I didn't see how long he's been on Facebook. Okay, now the next one comes from, oh wait, I don't want to give away addresses. Comes from Deluxe Chimp. And let's see what Deluxe Chimp, all the way from Lakewood, Colorado. Let's see what we got going on here. Do not bend. That's what it says. And when you happen to know it, excuse my stuttering. And wouldn't you know it, that I had to flatten this thing out because the post office or somebody did bend it a little bit, but hopefully it's not too bad. All right. Oh, looks like I got an envelope inside of an envelope. Oh no, it's just folded real well. This is Deluxe Chimp sticker. You can check out Deluxe Chimp. His link is down in the description below. Just like I said, it would be with all the other content creators who sent me stuff. So Deluxe Chimp is starting out, and he's trying real hard to get his YouTube up off the ground. So you guys who don't know who this guy is, go check out his channel and check out his stuff. He's a pretty good guy. I've actually talked with him personally. He's pretty genuine, and another gem in the YouTube world that is, you can't get any more real than that. So let's see. He says, "Hey, South of Tramp, thanks again for the video chat the other day." Just like I said, see, so many great tips and insights for YouTube. It's a fun learning process, but it's good to be able to pick someone's brain. Yeah, I think it's really cool. As iron sharpens iron, like the Bible says, so does one man sharpen another. So yeah, it's always cool to share each other's experiences and share each other's knowledge of how we can pass on, what we can pass on to help one another. I don't think we're supposed to keep what we know that's beneficial to others to ourselves, but to share that. But anyway, thank you so much, Deluxe Chimp. And I know you've already gotten my stickers a long time ago. I'm sorry, I'm just now opening this stuff, but in a weird kind of way, I'm kind of glad my channel isn't any bigger than what it is right now, because I can see how this can get overwhelming, but in a fun kind of way, though. Anyway, next we got another one from Jay Jackson. I don't think Jay has any content. I might be wrong, but I will go back and I'm gonna go check out to see if he has any content. Jay, if you're watching this, go ahead and comment in the description. I'm sorry, in the chat section, the link to your channel if you have content. But I looked for you on YouTube and I couldn't find, But if you're just a watcher, that's cool. But this is from Jay. He's from Arnaudville, Louisiana, which is, I get the impression, not too far from me, by the way, being in Mississippi. Okay. Sent me a little bit of cash. That's kind of cool. Okay. And Jay says, he says, "Tramp, thanks so much for the stickers. I'm a sticker junkie. I really appreciate the letter. I know you have a lot going on, and to take the time to write means a lot. I ran across your channel by accident, and I'm so glad I did. And when I saw the videos on MC or Not, I realized we are brothers in the Lord. So thanks again. Please take this. I guess he's talking about his little monetary contribution. Please take this to offset the cost of these stickers, or if nothing else, get a tank of gas and ride. All right, Jay, I'm going to do that. Yeah, what Jay's talking about is that I can't remember how it happened. He sent me something in the mail. I'm sorry, Jay, I can't remember what it is. Usually what I try to do with you guys who send me things, for whatever reason, I always try to send something back, a letter and some stickers and stuff like that. So thank you, Jay. I'll definitely put that to use. Oh, and by the way, Jay is the reason why I went and checked out Red Bluff, Mississippi. I think he's the reason why, because I think I missed the PS. He said, yeah, PS, have you been to Red Bluff, Mississippi? Yeah, he's the reason why I went to check out Red Bluff, because that's pretty cool, and I'm glad you did. I'm glad you told me about that, Jay. That was really cool. And of course, you saw the video. That was a really cool, cool excursion. Okay. Next, we have from my good Canadian buddy, Kevin Schroeder, and who's also known as Superman Kev 2001. He is from Gowanstown, Ontario, Canada. And let's see. There we go. Get this letter opener right here. $80. Okay, what's we got right here? And this is Kevin Schroeder's, his stickers and his business card. I actually kind of like that. Check that out. Superman Kev 2001. And his business card, pretty much the same thing. Pretty cool. Yeah, Kevin's a pretty cool dude. I really appreciate what he does. He's just as real as I mean, I know everybody on YouTube's real. They're not like TV actors where, you fall in love with a character and then you meet them in real life and they're not the character you fell in love with. They're just actors. Kevin's good people. I like Kevin. He's just every time I talk to this guy on Facebook Messenger video chat, this is like we will talk for hours sometimes, or maybe an hour, but it seems like 5 minutes. He's just that kind of dude, man. And Kevin's also another content creator, and his his link is going to be down in the description down below too. So you guys can check out Kevin. He does a lot of motorcycle videos, and he says his channel is dedicated also to motorcycle camping and fishing. But maybe I haven't looked at his channel long enough, but I haven't seen any of those yet. But I know he and I got a lot in common. I like to camp on a motorcycle. I like to go fishing. And, of course, we all ride motorcycles. It seems to be the one thing that keeps us all together, that those of you who have come to this channel. It's one thing that gives us all something in common. So what Kevin says, he says, "Hey, Corey, Saddle Tramp, I just got my new stickers and spam cards. I thought I'd send some your way. I really want to thank you. I have been really encouraged by your positive attitude and willingness to help others. And I can say it is good karma. Always come back tenfold. Hopefully I will be out on the road soon." Well, I don't doubt it. Living up in Canada, I mean, the winters have got to be, ferocious, if that's even a word. Anyway, terrible. There we go. "If I can get rid of all this snow," yeah, just like I was saying, the winter. "Anyway, ride safe, brother. God bless, Kev, aka Superman Kev 2001. Yeah, anyway, you guys go check out Kevin's channel. Like I said, I put the link to his channel down below. He's a pretty good guy. I enjoy his stuff. It's just plain and simple. It's unlike what I do. I'm pretty much a stickler on every single second and detail of my stuff, but I always appreciate somebody who just keeps it. Well, I try to keep it real too. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, y'all go check out Kevin Schroeder, okay? Links down below in the description. All right, next we got from Mary, the Geared Raven, all the way from Trenton, Florida. And Mary, I don't know if you're here or not. I haven't been paying attention too much to the chat section, but anyway, if you're there, I'm opening your mail. Sorry it's taken me so long. I know you got my stickers already like 5 years ago or something like that. Not literally 5 years ago, but anyway, I'm just not very coordinated at the ideas I have in my head about, anyway, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but let's see if I can get this open. I'm not good at talking and doing things at the same time. Okay. And this is, oh, she sent me 3 of these things. Check this out. Anyway, this is Mary's sticker right here. I'm sorry, the Geared Raven. Sorry, Mary, I didn't mean to give your name away. Anyway, and she wrote a letter. She says, "Thanks so much for the sticker swap. I'm looking forward to getting to know you better through Instagram, YouTube, and of course, the 5 Dirty Bikers. And if you guys haven't checked out the 5 Dirty Bikers podcast, I suggest you do so. These guys, they're pretty cool guys. I know them personally. Of course, I haven't met Mary yet. She's a newbie to the group, but I haven't put their link in the description below. I didn't even think of it. But I tell you what, though, her link is down below, and so if you check out Mary, I keep saying Mary. I feel like I know the girl. Anyway, if you check out the Geared Raven, go to her channel, and she'll have some links to the 5 Dirty Bikers, and I will probably go back and edit the description and add their link down there too, because they have a Facebook, and they also have they have a YouTube, and they have a really cool podcast. It comes on Spotify, Buzzsprout, and somewhere else on cyberspace. And they interview a lot of interesting people. I've been on there a couple of times. They've got Scooter Tramp Scotty on there. They've had Shade Tree Surgeon on there. They've had a bunch of other names I can't think of, but anyway, but that's that. So yeah, go check out Geared Raven's YouTube channel down below in the description. I think you guys will really enjoy her stuff. What else do I got here? Oh, I know who this is from. It doesn't have a return address, but I already knew who this is coming from. And I'm not going to tell you at the moment who it is, because I have a pretty good idea what this is. And he's in the chat section, by the way. Oh, it looks like a shirt. Anything else in there? Nope, nothing else. Oh, check this out. What in the world? Anonymous Biker USA. Who's that guy? No, I'm just kidding. He's a good dude, man. You guys have seen Anonymous Biker on the channel a couple of times, So anyway, I don't know if you know the guy or not, but I went ahead, just like all the rest. His channel is in the description below. And if you haven't seen the guy, you don't know anything about him, go check this dude out, man. He is my homeboy, man. He lives in New Orleans, Louisiana. And it's always a joy to hang out with the dude. He was in the video where I went to Hellfighters with Jason, Hellfighters Bike Shop. And I had him on when we met to swap stickers and stuff like that. And we talk regularly on the phone and through Instagram and stuff like that. But you guys go down. If you haven't heard of him, again, like I've been saying, go down into the description and you'll find Anonymous Biker USA, and check out his channel if you haven't already. And because I tell you what, you're missing some stuff, man. He's a pretty cool cat. I always look forward to seeing the guy every time I get a chance. Okay, and now what else do I have right here? Oh, I got another one from Kevin Schroeder from Ontario, Canada. I know I already mentioned Kevin Schroeder. Looks like I get to mention him again. Hey, what's up, Tony Cox? How you doing? Oh, golly, this thing is stuck together pretty good. All right. What else is in here? Oh, got a letter. All right, another letter from Kevin Schroeder. He says, hey, Saddle Tramp, you have been accused of being the Mr. Rogers of motorcycle videos. Oh, my goodness. I see that. For eight, is that a fine or is that a reward for doing 87 miles an hour, anonymous biker? Oh, well. Show you guys what I'm talking about. When I thought I was doing 75, I was doing 87 the last time we were riding together. Okay. Anyway, he says, you've been accused of being the Mr. Rogers of motorcycle videos. So I thought you should be recognized when you're out. Laugh out loud. Hope you like this gift. All in good fun. Keep up the great content. Hope to make it down your way sometime and go for a ride. You know, that would be really epic, Kevin, if you did that. In fact, it would be really epic if I made it to Canada one day. In fact, to come see you and come see my buddy Scousey, that'd be cool. And go for a ride. Your Canadian friend, Superman Kev, 2000. Kev. Thank you so much. Now let's see what kind of shirt you got right here. Where were we? Oh my goodness. Okay, what's on the Saddle Tramp? Is that the front or the back? No, that's the back. This is the back. Oh shoot. You guys. Oh man, look at this. Look at the front of this thing. Won't you be my neighbor? That is too cool. Hey, you know, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hey, Anonymous, what do you think about that? Huh? Don't throw snowballs at me, will you? That is so cool. Thanks a lot, Kev. Again, you guys check out down below the description. I've included Geared Ravens, Mary, the Geared Ravens link, Anonymous Biker, which most of you already know him, Kevin Schroeder, Deluxe Chimp, and theChestnutMtnTinman. And I think that's all. I'm not sure. Anyway, but that's that. Wow. That's really cool. I don't know where to put this because I'm running out of space on my desk. I guess I'll put it over here. You guys rock. You know that. You know, speaking of t-shirts, one day whenever I get rich and famous, I'll go ahead and have me some t-shirts made. You know, I know this, my wife had this one made for me. But anyway, I do have one shirt that I made, and I would be wearing it tonight, but it's in the dirty clothes just to see how it come out. I really like it. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'll take a stab at having a bunch of them made. I don't know, and I advertise it. But that's another subject. But anyway, that's that. Who we got in the? I've got a whole lot of folks here in the chat. We got Mark Ford, John Powell. Hey, John, what's going on? We got Ozark Riders. What's happening, Ozarks? Hellfighter Steve and Charlie Wright. It's a wonderful, yeah, really. Nicholas Roselli. Hey, Nicholas, what's happening, man? I enjoy seeing your pictures on Facebook, bro. And I envy your way of being, man. I tried doing that one time in 2006, and one day I met my missus, and that was that. But that's not a sob story. That's the best thing that ever happened to me, really. But I know what it's like, man. It's really cool. Throttle Shots is here. Cool beans, man. And El Padres Rios is here. Chris Hudson is here. Polly P is here. That shirt would be nice with a face mask considering the times. I bet so. That's what he said. Anyway. Well, that's that as far as opening up all the mail and stuff like that. Now, unlike the last few live chats I've done, I want to try and keep the time frame at a minimum here. So I'm going to try not to go over an hour. So I'm going to say we got until 8 o'clock until I get off of this. So I guess the next part of this thing here is, I don't know what's going on in everybody's head. Everybody's got questions. Everybody's got inquisitives. You know, I don't even know if I said that right, if that's even right grammar. But I figured I'd just kick it with you guys here for a little bit. And at least until about 7, maybe a little after, who knows. And I don't know, play Q&A or something. Not that I have all the answers, because I don't. As far as I'm concerned, I'm a goofball. but maybe I'll give you a goofy answer if I don't know the real answer. That's kind of funny. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to post right here in the side chat the link so I can bring some of you guys up here on the screen, and we can kick it for a little bit. You know, you can play Q&A or whatever, because I can't keep up with 100 questions all at once in the side chat. So if you guys want to come up and we can just kick it or whatever, or if you just want to ask questions down in the side chat, you know, maybe I can answer those. Oh, Nicholas says, right on, man. Sounds like you found true love. I enjoy following you. My father enjoys your content as well. Yeah, Nicholas. And in fact, I found you because of your dad, man. He was a friend on Facebook, and then he told me about you, so I found you. So that's pretty cool. All right. So anyway, here goes the link, and anybody that wants to come on can come on. You can ask questions. I don't know what the heck that is on your minds. Not that you have to have it. Anyway, here's the link. I've never done this before, so I'm going to try this out. All right. There's the link. Got my headphones in case anybody's coming up. And I'll just sit here and watch the side chat to see what's going on here. Just happened into this chat. Love your work. Let me put this up on the big screen. Just happened into this chat. Jim Hayes says this, and love your work watching you chop fenders today. I'm sorry, watching you chop fenders today. Laugh out loud. Love your channel. Thanks, Jim, man. I just do what I do, man. I just, whatever you guys are seeing on my channel is pretty much what I do in my daily life, you know, when it comes to special things I want to share. Ozark Riders, laugh out loud. Paul Healy. Hey, Paul, what's going on? Tramp, I hope you do more wrenching vids. Yeah, I'm kind of overwhelmed with the Ironhead thing. I'm not sure where to start with that. And, right. Actually, I got one coming up. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I don't want to ruin the surprise. A little bit of maintenance on the Tramp, but that's the best I'm going to say. And, but I try to keep it well balanced, whatever, when it comes to what kind of videos I do. Wrenching videos, riding videos, adventure videos, whatever. So, but sometimes, you know, I don't have much to choose from every once in a while. So I got to do what I do at whatever time I can do it. Here's the link that I was talking about. I'm leaving it right over here. We're going to be here till about 7 o'clock, and then I'm going to call it a close. Anybody's got questions, we can play Q&A or whatever. Or if you just got to ask your questions in the side chat, I'll try to keep up with that. That'd be cool too. Keep the videos coming. Really enjoy them. Thanks, Scott. Hello from Montana. Hey, what's up, Timothy? Hope you do. Hey, what's Deluxe Chimp say? Hey, Tramp, I'm going to dip out and check out some channels. Thanks again for the shout out. No problem. No problem, Deluxe Chimp. And I don't know if you're still here, but thanks for the stickers, man. That was really cool. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Gotta go, y'all. Got to be in Chattanooga. All right, John. Thanks for stopping by, man. Chris Hudson says, saw your sticker at Schroeder's. Don't think he's a Sportster fan. Huh? Chris Hudson, you live around here? Let's see. Gotta go, y'all. Keep the videos coming. Really enjoy them. Keep them up. I already read that. Love the black and whitish videos you do when riding. Yeah. Thanks, Paul. Thanks. I'm trying to be creative sometimes with stuff like that. Take care, John Powell. Tramp, do you use let me read this. This looks like a question. Jim Hayes says, Tramp, do you use a prepackaged product when building your motors, such as Hammer or S&S? Actually, Jim Hayes, whenever when I've built the Evo motor that I built, I pretty much built from spare parts, you know, OEM parts, and so far I've been lucky from that. I mean, other than other like components, like charging components, like a stator or voltage regulators. I'll use aftermarket and stuff like that. But when it comes to engine parts, I've always used OEM stuff. I've never used S&S. And not that I have anything against them. It's just, it's just whatever I can get a hold of on eBay or swap meet or something like that. All right, we got somebody coming on, and it is the myth, the legend, the whatever, however you're supposed to say that cliche, Anonymous Biker USA. What's
Good
happening,
evening,
bro?
Mr. Tramp.
What's happening, Mr. Anonymous? How you doing?
Everybody in the side chat, how's it going?
I guess they're doing all right.
Yeah. All right, so I got a question for you.
Okay, what's that?
When are you going to get a speedometer that works for the Tramp?
Well, I guess that's a question, I guess. There's a little bit of a joke behind that, guys. I think I said something about it. The last time that Anonymous and I were riding together, I thought I had a pretty accurate speedometer, but apparently the faster I go, the more off it is. I thought I was keeping it between 70 and 75 miles an hour on the interstate. And he said we never made it below 80. And most of the time we kept it at 87 miles an hour. So holy crap, I didn't know that. I didn't know that the Tramp was actually struggling to do. I mean, the whole time I thought it was struggling to do 75. It was really struggling to do 100 or something like that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that thing moves, man.
Yeah, so it's a super Tramp rather than a saddle Tramp.
That's right.
All right, to answer your question, I don't know. At least I have a good idea how fast I really am going whenever I see where that needle is. But I may one day, I don't know, get the right speedo. I don't know. It may be in the wheel, because my speedometer is mechanical. It's not electronic. So it's getting its reading off the front wheel. So I may have ended up with the wrong I don't know the right word for it, like the output sensor, whatever, because you have to have the right speedometer drive bearing for the front wheel to match the right speedometer. So, I may have one for an FL because I bought that thing on eBay, and it said, and of course I was a little impatient when I bought it. I looked at the description after I bought it, FL, Softail, Y glide, blah 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 blah, and I was looking for something. I saw the word Softail and Y glide, but when FL pretty much means touring bike or something with a 16-inch front wheel, and but those, like my Heritage Softail and all your baggers and stuff like that have a Y glide front, so I need to probably get a hold of one for a Softail standard or a Dyno Y glide or something like that. And after that, I will probably have an accurate speedometer. But at least riding with you, that was kind of funny. I mean, probably not much for you as it was for me, but
I had a good time.
Did you? Okay, good.
I just didn't realize we were going to do 87.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I didn't know that until you told me we were doing that. But I hope that answers your question. I have absolutely no idea.
The Tramp has guts.
Yeah, I guess so, man.
Oh, yeah.
That thing is not, I don't know. I tell you what, it blows my Softail out of the water.
Well, that's because of that sprocket you put on, right?
Well, probably that, and that Softail is just slow anyway. You ever watch Shade Tree stuff, and he talks about how that FXR he has is slow and stuff like that. Well, I understand, yeah, because Harley for the longest time, from like the mid to late 80s all the way to the mid to almost late 90s, they would gear their bikes as if everybody was riding through the mountains on, riding 2 up or something like that.
Yeah. So
it really has a lot to do with the gearing. Plus, you're talking about an 80-inch motor compared to an 88 or a 103 or something like that. There is no comparison, but it gets the job done. So that's the main thing.
Sure does.
That's about it. Any other questions?
No. Can I say one thing about the side chat?
Oh, what's that?
Ozarks HD Riders. That guy is the best supporter on the planet because he watches everybody's videos. He's in every chat, and that dude is a rock star. Yeah, he is. I mean, he's like, I don't know what the right word for it, but yeah, I definitely can dig the fact that he is such a supporter to everybody who actually works hard, because I tell you what, putting out content is no joke.
especially when you're trying to keep a schedule. It's one thing when you do it leisurely, and you do it every once in a while, but when you're trying to do something like maybe once a week, especially with it's only within the realm of what you're able to do. I mean, it's hard work.
Yeah.
And then you got people like Ozarks who shows up everywhere you go.
Sure
and,
does.
and you got that moral support, man. It's a blessing that you have people like that. And that people like that are always like a tall glass of water in the middle of the desert, because you got people who ask questions and stuff. Not ask questions, but I don't know how to describe it. But it's pretty cool, It's always nice to know that you got people who are consistently appreciative, and he's not the only one.
No, but he just pops up everywhere.
Oh yeah, he's pop. Yeah, that's the name you see everywhere you go. You can be guaranteed Ozark's going to be there.
Yep.
Oh, you're something, Ozarks. You're something, man. He says this. He says, I ain't nothing. I say, yeah, you're somebody, man. You look, when it comes to people on the screen, we're just bozos that put stuff on the screen. We're not movie stars or rock stars, but we just do what we do.
One of us is Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, apparently I got the shirt to prove it. Oh, freaking Kevin. You ever heard of that guy, Kevin Schroeder?
Yeah, I subbed to him after I heard you talk about him.
Yeah, he's a pretty cool cat, man.
Yeah.
I really like the guy. Did you see one of his latest, he talked about they were on vacation during the coronavirus. They were Puerto de Backyardo or whatever. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
And he and his wife were like having like a barbecue, and they were dancing and stuff like that. Like they were really on a cruise ship or something like that. But hey, it's all in perspective, really.
Yep.
It really is.
That's right.
So how's things over? I got a question for you. How's things still pretty much a ghost town over there in New Orleans?
Yeah, it's Coronaville.
Oh God. I don't know how many cases now in this state, but the county that I live in on the map now is one out of the 2 counties in Mississippi that are the hardest hit.
Jeez.
But Mississippi, you're talking about a rural state anyway. So,
oh yeah.
I mean, last I heard, we had 43 cases. And of course, the numbers keep going up.
There was 500 yesterday in the city.
Oh, golly.
Yep.
So everybody's ducking for cover, huh?
Pretty much. Unless you're out on your bike.
Yeah. Well, I rode my bike today, man. I got on the tramp, and I decided I'm going to ride that thing. And as I was riding that thing today, it was a revelation to me that I need to ride it more often, because I forgot how to be used to being beat to death. I guess, I don't know. But actually, it's not really the motorcycle's fault. It's the road's fault. It's not, so it's not the bike that's rough to ride. It's the roads that are rough to ride. But heck,
doesn't help.
Yeah, I rode that thing to Texas though, man.
Yeah,
I rode that thing to the Delta and back, and I was good, man. So I was trying to figure out how in the world did I do that? Because right now I'm kind of like I can't see it, and I realized, well, it's because I've been riding that motorcycle that has a cushy seat and shocks.
Yeah,
and so I got used to that, but it's more adventurous when I ride that bike and going places I haven't seen and stuff like that. And plus the weather was great today. The further north I went, the cooler it got. In fact, I had to turn around because I didn't have a jacket on me. Well, I didn't have any sleeves. I mean, I had a jacket on my handlebars, but I didn't have any gloves. And so that's the only reason I turned around.
How far up did you go?
Not very far. I only went up to Stone County, but I went to Stone County the long way.
I got you.
I made a bunch of detours here and there, and I wasn't really sure where I was going. I ended up at Perkinston campus, just riding around the college campus, but I felt like I'd gone a long way because I had kind of in a circle, So I got to thinking maybe I'll just get on that thing and hold on a second. This guy's asking a question. Poly Pieces, do you need a helmet in Mississippi? Yeah, you need a helmet because you'll get a big old ticket if you don't have one.
Hey, there's another good question for you in the side chat from Scott McCullough.
Yeah, I see that. He says, Saddle Tramp, do you groom / trim your own hair or have the barber do it? You never seem to have helmet hair. Well, yeah, somebody else trims my hair, but I don't really think nothing of it though. I guess I never have helmet hair because it's always tied up, so it doesn't have room to protest against the helmet, you know. So that's about how that works. And what else? I forgot where I was going with that. But as far as all this, yeah, I do that myself, which I don't do a very good job. As you see, I'm in need of a shave and a little bit of a trim again. But I mainly look like this right here because I'm lazy, and that's about it, you know. But anyway, I got to thinking that maybe I'm going to get on that bike and ride that thing, like on a weekend, every other weekend or something like that, and ride that thing somewhere I've never been. I know I'll have to ride quite a ways sometimes and make a weekend of it or something, you know, maybe go to Natchez. I mean, I've been to Natchez before.
You did a Natchez Trace?
No, I've not been on the trace. I've just been to Natchez itself.
Right.
But I've only been on the outskirts of it. I never went into the historical parts.
Yeah.
But something like that. Zachary says, hope you're doing well through this Corona craziness. Yeah, Zachary, we're doing all right. I know I am. And Anonymous, I think he's doing all right too, because, you know, what's cool about social media and YouTube, it's like an introvert's dream. And this may come as a shock to some of you guys, but I'm a bit of an introvert myself. And Anonymous, I think he is too. That's why you don't know what he looks like. And and so everything I do that has to do with extracurricular activities, you know, stuff like other than going to work and having to go run errands, things I do on my time, usually doesn't include people, you know. And if it does include people, it's close friends and people, you know, but usually they're doing something too. So usually I'm by myself doing my own thing. So this whole social distancing thing is already a given for me anyway. I'm already doing that, not on purpose. That's just how it works out. But Natchez Trace, this guy says, what's his name? Dictum Factum says Natchez Trace is near him in Tennessee. It's only 50 miles away. Oh, so you live around Nashville, huh? Let me see if I can. All right. And this guy here, Chris Hudson, says, you better fix your Speedo before you ride the trace. Speed limit is double nickels. Yeah, I've heard about that. The cops love to run radar on that road. Actually, I'm okay until I get above 65 miles an hour, and that's when my Speedo goes nuts. So pretty much from what I've seen, that speed limit is like 55 or something like that. Anyway, speaking of Q&A, I'm going to try this again. I'm going to post the link to this little chat thing. Well, so you guys can come up if you want to and play Q&A or whatever, ask questions, whatever it is. I'm going to post it right now here in the side chat. Just click on it and you guys can come up if you have the means to talk and if you have the means to whatever, whether it be on your cell phone or whether it be on your desktop or whatever. But we're going to go to about 7 o'clock.
Hey, Tramp, Bad Brothers Garage was asking you, what got you interested in choppers?
Oh, here we go. Bad Brothers Garage. All right, Bad Brothers, check this out. My first motorcycle was a metric motorcycle. Not my fault. I didn't know no better. And I'm just kidding. I don't mean that. I'm picking on Anonymous because he's anyway. Anyway, my first Harley was a chopper. It was a 79 Ironhead on a rigid frame, raked out to God knows what, you know, probably 55-degree rake anyway, kickstart only. And so that was my idea of what a Harley was. Didn't know any better, you know, but I was always fixing on that thing. Anyway, I was proud to be working on that thing because if I was riding down the road, it was in my head and in my mind a reminder that the only reason I'm going down the road on that motorcycle is because I made that thing go down the road. You know, even if I had to work on it when I got home or work on it in between point A and B or whatever. And it really wasn't too bad unless I had to rebuild the transmission like I did 4 times already on it. So anyway, usually that was my doing. But anyway, I loved that bike. Actually, it's most people wouldn't have liked that bike or wouldn't even want to touch that bike with a 10-foot pole, but I just loved that bike. Anyway, got involved with a group, motorcycle group, and I needed something better than that to do the kind of riding we were doing. You're talking about going from state to state to state, and that bike just couldn't keep up. It was a 1000 cc trying to keep up with twin cams. So I sold that bike, I bought a twin cam, and I missed that bike ever since. And then one day I watched, fast forward a bit, one day I watched that movie, 21 Days Under the Sky. And these guys, it's like most of you guys have seen this movie. Maybe you haven't. It's 4 guys starting off from San Diego or Sacramento. I can't remember. Somewhere in California. One guy's riding a rigid frame knuckle. Another one's riding a rigid frame panhead. Another one's riding a rigid frame shovelhead. Another one's riding a rigid frame ironhead. And they ride from California all the way to New York, Brooklyn, New York. And they spend 21 days on the road, on those motorcycles. And that brought to remembrance that motorcycle that I used to have, and I so wanted that bike, so wanted a bike like that again. And so ended up with the Sportster, a 1990 Sportster Deluxe. And one thing led to another after working on it, and I had the opportunity. I just made that thing into a chopper, and it pretty much looks very similar to the Ironhead I used to have, like back, I don't know how many years it's been, 2001, something like that. And anyway, that's what got me into that. I'm not really much into the chopper that is a showpiece, and though I know a lot of work goes into those things. I can appreciate that kind of thing, but to me, a chopper is something, and it's all perspective. It's not. I'm not trying to be subjective with this kind of thing. To me, a chopper is something that it's a bike that you made with your hands, with whatever means you had necessary, and you made it in such a way that it's meant to go somewhere, not just look cool, but also go somewhere. Now, if it's going to have a certain aesthetic, it's got to flow. In my head, it's got to flow from the front wheel to the back wheel. Not one characteristic about it that calls all your attention to it and away from the rest of the motorcycle. It's got to flow perfectly aesthetically. But while at that, it's got to be functional too. That's just my perspective. I'm not saying it's gospel, but that's just how I think about it. So if you build it, and I want something that I built, and if I built it, I want it to go where I want it to go, and I want to be able to ride it where I want to ride it. And whether it be from down the street to around the block to the next state to several states away, I even rode that thing all the way to New Braunfels, Texas, all the way from where I live in South Mississippi. It was about a 650-mile one-way trip. So a little over 1,300 miles, so to speak. That was fun. It was definitely a character build. It's a whole different flavor of motorcycling. It's a different realm, a different dimension of it, so to speak. It's something that nobody can know unless they do. It's one thing to want to ride a stock motorcycle, and that's cool. There's nothing wrong with wanting to ride. I mean, that is perfectly fine, and there's no right or wrong or in either bit of it. But when you get on something that you made with your hands, and not everybody has the want to, not everybody has the ability, not everybody has the patience. But when you are in that boat and you're able to do that, and then you go and see places you've never seen on that machine, and you feel like you're part of that machine, you can't really describe that feeling unless you do it. And I don't know how else to put it, but to me, that's where my head is at when it comes to choppers. That's how I, when the idea of a chopper, that's what I had in my mind when I went into that again. So I don't know if that answers your question. I know it's a mouthful, but I couldn't really give a bumper sticker answer to that. But anyway, I hope that's helpful though. Oh man, anybody else got any questions, man? Come on up. I'd love to talk to you. We got about 10 minutes left, and I'm posting the link over here on the side. If you don't, that's cool. There's the link right there. I'm going to post it 3 times so nobody can say that they did not see the link, because I'm posting it as we speak. And I'm not only just going to post it 3 times, I'm going to post it a 4th time. And if you don't come up, that's cool. I understand. Hey, Al, what's going on, man? Hey, did you get my package yet, man? Because I did send it to you. Hey, howdy, Corey. Did you get your box? No, Al, I did not get my box yet. It's probably at the post office right now. I went by there Friday and it wasn't there. But what I have found, Al, is that when mailing stuff from where I live out to the Midwest or even the far West, it takes a little longer. So it's probably sitting there now. I don't know. I'll check it sometime this week, but it's probably there. Did you get mine, by the way? Just came in again. Somebody wants to come up. Who else is here? Just came in again. Hippie Trev. Hey, Tramp from down under. Hey, what's up, Hippie Trev? And here is Dustin. What's up, Dustin?
Oh, not much. Just surviving the cold.
Yeah, I can dig it, bro. So what kind of questions you got, bro?
I don't really have any. I just popped in here.
Oh, okay. So what we're doing here is that I opened up some mail, and then I thought maybe I'd kick it with you guys with what little time we got left. And I plan to let this thing go to about 8 o'clock. So we're doing a little Q&A, man. Just, if you want to, but if you want to say hi, that's cool too, bro.
I basically just came in to say hi.
That's cool.
Dustin, what state are you in?
I'm in Canada.
Oh, that's why you got snow.
Yeah, I'm in East Central Alberta.
Oh, you're way out there near Scousey.
What?
Scouse Adventures. He's out there in Alberta.
I haven't heard of that place.
It's a channel, YouTube channel, Scouse Adventures. You got to check them out.
Oh, I will have to
He's
check.
a fellow Maple Leaf.
One guy from Canada, moto vlogger that I've started subscribing to I subscribed to him about a month ago, I guess.
Hey guys, check it out. Speaking of the devil, here is Scouse Adventures right here.
Look at you, you bloody man! Look at you.
What's up, Scousey?
What's happening, boys?
Look, you guys are neighbors and you don't even know each other.
Yeah, really? Dustin lives right by you apparently, and he's never heard of you.
Holy shit, Dustin, how you doing, mate?
I'm all right. I'm about an hour away from Lloydminster.
Oh, yeah? Oh, fuck, man. I'm down near Medicine Hat, mate.
Ah, so you're roughly a 5-hour ride away from me.
Just a few hours, mate. Round the corner, as we say in Canada.
Perfect weekend bike trip.
Yeah.
Weekend bike trip? That's a day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
About 3 years ago, I rode down to the Cypress Hills and back in a day.
Oh, well, there you go. Elkwater. Nice down there, mate. It's really nice down there.
I'd actually like to move down to your neck of the woods, but got to find a job first, and right now that's hard to do.
I'll tell you what, mate. I'll do you the deal. We'll just swap houses. You can come down here, and I'll go up to you.
That's cool. So, Scousey, how long you been on so far?
Literally, mate. I was just on JMac's doing a live stream as well, so just popped in to say hello to JMac and Tour the Midwest, Andrew. But if we're talking about how long have I been on the drink, because we're got nothing else better to do at the minute, I'm probably about 2 hours in.
That's cool. Yeah, what I'm doing is I was just opening up some mail a little while ago. I was trying to keep.
I seen it, mate. I was there.
Okay, you were there. Yeah, I thought maybe I was going to do this stuff in videos like I had before, but the mail just kept coming in and coming in.
Yeah,
I didn't know how to delegate that. So next thing you know, I had mail that's been here for like 4 or 5, 6 weeks. I'm going, man, this sucks, man. People send me stuff and I didn't open their stuff, man. It's stupid.
So you're such a popular guy, man. You're such a popular dude.
I don't know. I don't know about that, but somebody thinks something anyway. But anyway, I thought maybe we'd probably try a Q&A or whatever, at least until 8 o'clock or so. So I've been on for about almost an hour now.
Yeah, man.
That's
good.
So I didn't have anything special to talk about. I just want to hear everybody's questions and personalities and stuff like that, So if you want to know what kind of shoes I got, you can ask that. If you want to know what kind of who my barber is, you can ask that.
Hey, what kind of shoes do you have?
Yeah, what shoes you got?
Well, this one right here.
No, shoes. Your shoes.
Shoes.
Oh, shoes. Well, I am kind of don't have any shoes.
Nice.
So,
Sock free is the way to be.
and I kicked the microphone and it turned off, and I can't hear you guys. Got to pull the headphones out.
Scalzi, what you
Darn
got
it.
behind you there?
There we go. That's better.
What, that?
Yeah.
Just a bike, mate. That's really just a bike and some stuff. Really.
Wide glide?
No, it's a Sportster.
Oh.
It's a girl's bike.
No, it's not.
Technically speaking, I think they're only girls' bikes if they're ridden by girls.
That's true, mate. That's true. I love my girl's bike.
Actually, I say Sportster is a real man's bike.
Correct, mate. Correct. You know
I
this.
would really like to get a Sportster and hardtail it.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. You know, if talking about being a girl's bike, some of you guys probably heard me say this, you know, but if you ride that thing on a 5,000-mile trip and not say ow, you know, I mean, I dare you not to say ow.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it takes a man to do that, you know.
Yeah.
So
I ride over some railroad tracks on my Softail and I say ow.
yeah, I understand.
Some of them up here are really bad and they've damn near thrown me off the bike, but
do you know what? To be fair, man, that might as well be a hardtail with those fucking springs at the back. They might as well not be there. Fucking pointless.
You got them adjusted all the way out?
I think they've been lowered, mate, so that the springs have been, pretty low down. It's got a low back end, so I might have to adjust them a wee bit. But yeah,
I would say you can take a spanner wrench to that thing and adjust the tension on them springs.
Yeah.
It may help a little bit.
Maybe.
I rode an Iron 883. Well, yes, some of y'all saw that video, Sportster versus Bagger.
Mm-hmm.
But that thing didn't feel much different than the Tramp when it came to the suspension.
Yeah.
I was expecting something better, but it just felt like the Tramp with low tire pressure.
Yeah. But I must say it was good to get out for the first time in 5 months yesterday, man. It was fucking amazing.
Oh, I bet, man.
Oh, mate, I tell you, fucking.
I can't not wrap my head around not being able to ride all year long, but that's the majority of the world. They can't do it all year long. Yeah. And I just grew up that way, because we don't have the harsh winters as some people. I mean, it may get down to 32 degrees or 25, but that doesn't last any longer than 10 minutes. Yeah. And then it'll warm up to maybe 40 or 50 at its worst.
Here when it's at 40, that's like, okay, let's break out the bikes.
Right.
Yeah.
I rode my bike one time when there was snow on the ground. It was this crazy phenomenon that happened like 2 or 3 years ago here, where it snowed around Thanksgiving time, and it never happens in South Mississippi. It never happens in Mississippi unless you live up there close to Tennessee. But I was going to go on a toy run that was about 60 miles from my house, and I've been trying to go on that thing for 10 years, and something would always come up. And that time I was going to go on it, then it freaking snows. What the heck? So that's just weird. I mean, I know for you guys, Canada, you guys, yeah, of course the snows. Down here you say snow, it's like freaking magic or something.
Yeah.
And but heck, I had to get the bike out. I had to get the Tramp out and ride it anyway. I said, well, this is the only time I'll be able to say I rode when there was snow on the ground. And to see where I live covered by snow is something you never see. So I actually felt like I was a long way from home, even though I hadn't been riding no longer than 10 minutes. It was so cool looking that I forgot I was cold. And it was kind of a dumb idea because it was, I was lucky enough I didn't go over any bridges and stuff because all the bridges were frozen over. I didn't know no better. Well, you guys probably know that though.
Someone called Tracy says that sports is a girl's bike for beginners.
Yeah,
apparently so. Yeah, that just shows. Obviously, me being a beginner, I've been riding for nearly 20 years, but fuck it, I'm a beginner and I've got a girl's bike. Says the person with a girl's name, eh?
That you got in Mississippi there, that must have been around the time that a friend of mine in Montgomery, Alabama sent me a picture of snow in her yard.
Well, that would be more likely up there than it is where I'm at. So I'm right here on the Gulf of Mexico, and so the air that comes off of the Gulf of Mexico usually does a damper on any severe cold air that's gonna come down at us from the north. And usually if there's any snow, by the time it gets about a few hundred miles, or maybe 400 miles, however many, it's within the hundreds. By the time it's coming down, if it's within like about maybe 400 miles out, 300 miles out, it's already turned to rain, maybe sleet, something like that. By the time it gets to the coast, it's gone, man.
I'm just reading some of the comments. Paulie P says, "No such thing as a girl's bike." Is right, Paulie. There's no such thing as a fucking girl's bike.
Amen to that.
And if that's the case, if we're going off how small stuff are, Anonymous, you must ride a girl's bike as well, mate. Because
yes, it has training wheels too.
Exactly, mate. And you're so inexperienced with riding that bike.
Who said that?
Some lunatic in the chat said that it was too small. It's a beginner's bike.
Oh, okay.
Scouse, Tracy is my screen name. I'm sorry.
Exactly, mate. Yeah. Because a 1200 fucking sports is a girl's bike, innit? And a beginner's bike.
Oh, Tracy Guns. Yeah, Tracy's a good guy. I like Tracy.
So good. I'm not slagging him off. I'm just saying,
Yeah. That's cool, though. Everybody's got their perspective, though. Exactly. Like I said, the things I say, I'm not being subjective. It's just my opinion.
Scouse, when I ride my bagger, Trent makes fun of me, so I'm used to it.
I don't make fun of you.
Hello, Ollie. I just saw you're saying hi to me.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, listen, if we're going off stereotypes, then when you ride your bagger, Anonymous, you should put on about 12 stone, a big fuck off belly, mate, and just sit there on the bike all day long.
Yeah, and put you a pot of coffee up on there.
Get in my belly.
Come on. In my belly. In my belly.
That's right.
That's cool.
I'm not feeling shit.
That's cool.
Exactly. I'm a fat bastard. Okay, no. There's text. Text, what's happening?
So, Scouse, your new pipes, looking at them right now, your front pipe, I've never seen it configured like that before on a Sportster. Usually the front exhaust pipe is in front of the highway peg.
Yeah, so it'll come down, sort of down this way, won't it?
Yeah, normally. Yeah. That's the way mine is set up.
Well,
Man,
you can't actually... Go on, mate, sorry.
Well, I don't see how you don't set your leg on fire like that,
Well, luckily enough, that's why I got rid of the Bassani exhaust, because obviously they didn't have any heat shields on, but these have got heat shields on, so it's all good, man. So it's not going to...
Okay. Judging from here, you can't really see the heat shield. I can't see it.
I mean, the only drama being now is that where I put my leg here, my foot's too big for this bit, so I'm hitting the fucking front shield and the back shield with my leg. You don't have. Yeah, that's what you said in your video. You don't have much space on the mid peg either. No, mate, not at all. So I don't know what I'm going to do.
There's actually places on my boot where on the heel of my boot where there's a burn mark where I didn't know I was cooking my shoe on my pipe. Yeah. And there's spots on my pipe, all my old pipes. Whenever
that happened to me when I had floor.
Anyway, there's spots in my old pipes where I have burn marks from my shoe. I have to acknowledge. Check this guy out. Outback Outlaw. Man, thanks, bro. For all the girls who ride something smaller than 1800 cc. Booyah.
Yeah, Outback knows, man. Outback knows the score.
That's cool.
He's a legend, Outback.
Hey, look, Outback, I got a question for you. And you don't have to answer if you don't want to. I'll understand. But your name, Outback Outlaw, is Outlaw as in MC, or is that just a name for your channel? Anyway, just comment if you got an answer. Yeah, I was just curious about that because I know they got a chapter of those guys over there in Australia.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. To be fair, I'll tell you a quick story. We were in Tim Hortons around the corner from where I live, and this guy pulled up on this fucking amazing looking road glide, and he came in with his outlaw vest on. He just sat down. He had like one eye. He had fucking scars all over his head. He had a bald head. I was like, oh fucking hell, man, he's full on MC Outlaws here. So me being me, I went. Other lads were like, mate, don't speak to him. Don't speak. I was like, fuck, man, I want to go speak to him. Who gives a fuck? So I went over and said, oh, mate, that's a nice bike you've got there. And he was, anyway, long story short, he started talking to us. His name was Rambo. Of all the fucking way, honestly. And he's like, "Oh, you guys should come down to the clubhouse and, come down. We'll have a drink and stuff like that." I was like, "Yeah, mate, that sounds like a fucking fantastic idea." And inside I was thinking, "Oh, fuck, man, no." Oh, no, I can't go down to the Outlaws MC fucking clubhouse because I'll never come out. It's like, ew.
They're people like anybody else.
Exactly.
It just depends on what town you're in. Every crowd of people is different. I
He was a
know.
good lad. He was
I know in the club, well, in the organization I was involved with years ago, every chapter was different in and of themselves. It just depended. One chapter was easy going. One chapter was you wanted to walk on eggshells around.
Yeah.
But
he was a cool dude, man. He was something. To be fair, we still see him every now and again around town.
All right, Outlaw says, Outlaw was a nickname for me for years ago. I hunt out bush because I hunt out bush. Okay. Plus grew up in Crocodile Dundee country. Oh, cool. It's like, yeah. No, that's a knife.
Holy fuck.
Like my pocket knife.
Yeah.
Speaking there, Rambo.
Yeah, that's like one of the famous lines in that movie. That's not a knife. That's a knife. I probably didn't say it right.
There you go. Look.
Knife.
What's that?
Marvin Norton. Marvin's comment.
He says 6'1", 280 pounds, and I've been riding the 79 Sportster since '88, and there's nothing wrong with it. I also have a 2013 Electric Glide. I love them both in very different ways.
Go ahead, Marvin.
There you go, man. Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Is
and
right,
a 79 Sportster is definitely a collector's item too, because they only made one like it. I remember when like I said, my first Harley was a 79 Ironhead Sportster, and the only thing 79 about it was the motor. It was on a Paco frame, and everything. But if I had a stock one at the time, this was back in 2002, I think it was. They said, all parts for that are obsolete. It's a bastard year, whatever. Big deal. If you got one, man, that's freaking awesome, because you got a gem. You got some. Yeah, and especially, if you're riding a thing, that's something that you definitely got a conversation piece right there. I think that's something to be admired.
Absolutely.
And one thing about any Ironhead rider, you can guarantee, you see a guy coming down the road on one of those things, you can guarantee that guy knows that thing inside and out. He has a relationship with that motorcycle, because you're not going to own one of those things and ride it and not know that motorcycle inside and out. It's just a given. It's just how it is with those things.
Yeah.
Yogi Cycle Service says exactly. Saddle Tramp, that's spot on. Just know who you're dealing with and be cool. And he must be talking about the whole MC thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I say, I still see Rambo around town, man. He's a cool dude, man. He's a good lad.
Oh yeah, it's like this. Any organization like that, or any kind of like when you're talking about the MC world, the last thing you want to be, if you happen to be around anybody, a group of them guys, whatever organization it is, the last thing you want to be is not yourself.
Yeah. Because
those guys can see straight through what's fake, and you're not going to get the respect that you hope to get if you're not being who you are. But of course, there's also certain etiquette as well. And depending on the chapter, they'll have a little mercy on you if you're ignorant, if they know you're ignorant of certain etiquette, and some of them not so much. Like I said, it all depends on the organization, and it all depends on the chapter.
Yeah, exactly.
But all in all, be yourself and be respectful, and and be very, very, very upfront. That doesn't mean if you're a jerk, be a jerk, but you know what I mean. It's like that. And so anyway,
Scousey, what year is your bike?
So, mate, that's a 99 Sportster with the Evo engine, like Saddle Tramp's. Probably one of the best engines Harley ever made, to be fair.
That is like the most bulletproof engine Harley Davidson ever made.
Yeah.
Especially like 91 to even the Sportsters that they're making now. You can't go wrong with them. They're bulletproof. It's funny how people make fun of Sportsters, but they'll keep going when your big twin's going to fail. I'm not saying all big twins fail, but you don't see as many Sportsters on the side of the road as you see a big twin. Now, I mean, your modern bikes are pretty dependable, but like I said, the Sportsters are still the same. They're just, you know, what you see is what you get, and one thing's going to be guaranteed. If something fails on it, it's not going to be engine failure. It's not going to be transmission failure, unless you're just flat out abusive to those things, you know. Because I mean,
exactly.
But if you take care of them and you ride them within reason, they will go for freaking ever. Yeah, they'll make noise. They'll make engine noise. A little bit of piston slap. You know, the rear base gasket leaks oil typically. You know, they seep this, they seep that, but will they leave you stranded if you keep the fluids up? And no, they're not going to. You might break a belt or something, because that happens sometimes. But but as far as the motor, the motor, they're going to keep on going.
Yeah, I was chuckling when
exactly. You know.
Hey, check it out. Hey, the guy I talked about, that 79 Ironhead I used to have. Okay, I traded it. I traded it for a 74 Mercury Cougar. I already had another motorcycle, and I ended up with that motorcycle back. I sold it to a guy who never paid me the rest of the money. I went and repoed it anyway. I had to say this. This guy in the side chat. This is Joe Thompson. He says, Saddle Tramp hooked me up with my first motorcycle. So my first motorcycle, well, my first Harley Davidson was Joe's first Harley Davidson. And anyway, this is a good homeboy of mine, man. We used to play music together a lot. And
Sweet,
anyway, I just have to give him a shout out. He's got a channel himself. He creates content, but it has nothing to do with motorcycles. He's builds model cars and stuff like that. And he's really artistic with it. It's pretty amazing what he does with the small stuff, you know. Something I don't have patience for, but it's pretty cool. Anyway,
I'm just seeing the Outback Outlaws comment. He's calling somebody a wanker in there for some reason. I don't know.
I don't know who he's talking to, but oh well. Somebody had it coming. All right, guys.
Just to put a bit of.
Okay, what's
Go
that?
on, mate. I was just going to say, just to put a bit of context behind the Sportster. In the UK, the Sportsters are massive, man. Everybody's got a fucking Sportster in the UK. Whereas you come outside of the UK, you don't see Sportsters very much getting rode by blokes. But in the UK, you don't see road glides, fucking all the big bikes getting rode by dudes in the UK.
Well, you know, that's judging by what I see on YouTube and videos of people who I follow who live in England. They look like the roads are really narrow, and so it's easier. It would be easier to manipulate a Sportster around those roads than say a big bike.
Yep.
Oh, Scousy, I think your signal is breaking up. Oh, I lost him. Darn it.
Yeah.
I guess he'll come back.
Now, those roads in the UK are pretty narrow.
Yeah, it's like in Brazil. When I was in Brazil, motorcycles was a popular way of transportation, but Harley Davidson, well, at least where I was at, Harley Davidson was not the common motorcycle you saw. But if you saw a Harley Davidson in Brazil, somebody riding it, it was always a Sportster. Very seldom would it be a Softail, but you never saw bags on them. You never saw fairing because, you know, in the cities, you know, nationwide, it is legal to split lanes, and you have to, you know, you have to let the motorcycles by, and so it's easier to split lanes with a motorcycle that's a lot smaller and thinner and stuff like that. So I can imagine seeing a Sportster, say in just like in Brazil, I could see a Sportster being the dominant motorcycle in say Britain or some of them other countries where the roads are real small and narrower and stuff like that. And I imagine that's probably why that is, Scouse. Is that true?
Yeah, mate. Obviously, sorry for jumping out my internet. I haven't paid the bill in 3 months, so it's all good.
You had to pay the bill. That's funny.
But yeah, mate, from going what I figured out there, you were saying, mate, the roads in the UK are small, tiny compared to over here, and that's why most of the lads in the UK drive a sporty. If you're lucky at Dyna, or you don't see many lads flying around with electric rides and road glides and stuff like that. So that is like a sort of a normality to me is riding something like that, Right. And you all see my previous bike wasn't what I'm.
See, a Sportster is like what I would like to say about, how do I say it? It's all business, It's to get the job done. It's to get you where you want to get to with no problem, and get in and out of tough spots and stuff like that. You can't do that kind of thing with a bagger, But in the same way, a bagger is all business too. It's meant to get you far away at a short amount of time, a great amount of distance with that little bit of discomfort to yourself. Well, your connection sucks again.
One thing I noticed when I test rode an Electra back in 2014 was it was more nimble than my Fat Boy, but at the same time, it's also got a narrower rear tire, and weight distribution is different too. So,
yeah. Well, this guy here is asking a question. Sonny B says, Saddle Tramp, are you originally from South Mississippi? Sonny B, well, yeah, no, I guess. My family is originally from West Virginia, but we moved down here in 1980, so I wasn't even 3 years old yet in 1980. So I grew up down here. So this is pretty much what I know. This is the area I know. This is where I guess I could say I'm from here, but not born here, but raised here. That's pretty much how that is, to answer your question. But thanks for asking, though. That's pretty cool. Well, look, guys, it's past the time when I was going to cut this thing off. I was going to let it go at about, cut it off at about 8 o'clock. So I'm going to go ahead and call it here. And I appreciate everybody who showed up, all 97 of you. The number keeps jumping up and down. So anyway, I appreciate you guys for hanging out. I appreciate every one of you guys who sent me some mail. Like I said, it's greatly appreciated. Again, check out everybody's link that I included in the description that is down below. All these content creators, these guys are just as good as people as anybody, especially Anonymous Biker. If you don't know him, he's a pretty cool guy. I don't know if I'm pointing right. No. He's right there next to me. Okay. And anyway, and Dustin, thanks for coming on. Scouse, thanks for coming on.
Good to talk to you.
And wait, before we all right, Scouse, you came right on just as I was saying goodbye to everybody.
So I'll pay your bill, Scouse.
But anyway, I just want to say I appreciate every one of you guys for coming along, and thanks for tuning in. Okay, and I'll do my whole cliche. If you like what you've seen so far, click like and subscribe for more content coming up. Blah 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 blah. And you keep the upside down. Be good to yourselves, and thanks a lot. Blah blah blah. Anyway, but sincerely, you guys have a good one. Until the next
see you
one.
guys.
See you, boys. Take it easy. Thanks, Tom. See you later, Pop. Ooh, how'd you end this shit?